What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be talking about how you can get through quarantine, some of the best steps that you can do in order to come out of this as a better person, financially, mindly, I guess, however you say that. I need to work on that apparently during quarantine, but better your mind, body, and financial situation. So basically, we're just going to be going over a couple of steps that I'm doing on a daily basis and how you can implement those into your daily routine if you feel like it. So let's just say that this goes on for the next 30 days, which it probably will, considering today is like April 23rd or April 24th. So for me, what I do is my days really aren't important, right? Like, I don't know if it's a Monday, I don't know if it's a Friday. The only time I know is if it's a weekend or a weekday. And that's just because my alarm goes off at the same time every morning, Monday through Friday, for day trading. Other than that, it really doesn't go off whatsoever. So, for me, the first thing I do when I wake up is I do yoga. So I do yoga, and it's about 15-20 minutes max, and then I do about 10 minutes of meditation. It really helps me personally because it kind of just wakes me up, and then meditation makes me fall asleep, but then I get awake from that again, and then I make scrambled eggs. I usually eat about 4 to 5 scrambled eggs with a yogurt and a banana. I'm really used to this. I actually love eggs, to be honest, so it's not a huge thing for me. But yeah, so that's one thing I do. Then I do my day trading. So by the morning, I usually have done something for my body. I've done something for my mind, food-wise and also trading-wise. And then I also fixed a little bit of my financial situation. So in the morning, I feel very accomplished, and then I just go about my day kind of normally, not really though. I usually, what you can do is you can grab a book. You can just read 10 pages a day, right? That's all it is. I downloaded Duolingo so I can learn another language. I'm currently trying to learn Japanese because I'm very into anime and I want to watch the Dragon Ball Super in its original form. So I'm very into that. So that's like 15 minutes a day. So obviously that's another thing. And then I just kind of do my daily to-do list. So for me, it's read, for you guys, it can be however many pages you want. For me, it's basically a chapter. If that's 50 pages, if that's 5 pages, doesn't matter. And sometimes it's a little more, depending on my time. But then it's usually trading, yoga, food, and then just to-do list. So throughout the day, it's really not planned, right? I'm not a kind of person who has time slots. I kind of go with the flow, but I also can't really fall asleep until I kind of get finished what I have on my to-do list. So I never overpower it. So my advice to you guys is to, one, make a to-do list that is doable for you, right? Don't go like copying my exact strategy of like waking up every morning at like 7 a.m., doing yoga, making eggs, and then trading, trying to make $1,000, right? That's not going to help you guys. Especially if you can't achieve that. You have like zero and you've never done anything like that and you're not used to it whatsoever. And so just like do what's comfortable for you. If it's waking up at 4 a.m., if it's waking up at 10 a.m., right? It doesn't matter as long as you just make a to-do list of like 5-6 things that you can do. So for me, it's wake up, do yoga, check, / meditation. So I got one thing, check. Make breakfast. Yes, I have to remind myself to eat breakfast. I'm not very hungry at all ever until I'm about to fall asleep. That's usually when I start getting hungry. So I remind myself, eat breakfast, check. Do day trading, check, right? 3 things off my workout. Do my daily workout after that, and that for me is just kind of to like stay in decent shape, and that's about 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and then calf raises / jump rope depending on my mood, but I don't really do those daily. So that's another thing, and then check, right? And then from there, it's just like to-do list, right? Check my emails, go through like websites, continue up on news updates and stuff like that. And then it's read book and do Duolingo. And then by, I would say, 11 a.m., I'm almost done with my entire day, right? I'm almost done with everything on my to-do list, unless it's a heavier project. And then, and in my to-do list is also make a YouTube video / make a podcast / make a blog post, which I've just recently incorporated about yesterday. So we'll be seeing how that goes. So I don't really have a time frame, but I'm going to be estimating by 12 to 1 p.m. at the latest I'll be done. And I would say I go to bed at like between 9 and midnight, I would say. So I have a huge time frame of my bedtime. So yes, but since I've been in quarantine, I have actually finished 4 books. But that's also because I love reading, and one of those books wasn't really a book, even though it was the Playbook, Suit Up, Score Chicks, and Be Awesome by Bonnie Stinson, or otherwise known as Neil Patrick Harris. So, I had to learn that. But I'm literally looking on the right side of me, just a stack of books. But honestly, while this has been a rambling podcast / a rambling YouTube video, depending on what platform you watch it on, it really just comes down to figure out who you're, right? For the next 30 days, do a to-do list of doable things, not out of reach, not be like make $1,000 every day. No, but like doable things, 15 minutes of yoga, or like as soon as you wake up, do a 5-minute ab workout, 100 push-ups, like read 10 pages in a book, or make yourself a healthier breakfast, right? Or even when you wake up, make yourself a doable to-do list, right? That helps with all as well. And putting it in a journal, right? Or like drinking a smoothie. It really doesn't matter as long as you better yourself, right? So it really just comes down to 5 to 6 things. The better you get, and if you start thinking, that becomes easy. Because for me, I do like having part of my day that is not scheduled, because I don't want my to-do list to go from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., right? I'm not a huge fan of that. For me, the most important thing is after I eat lunch, I would like to kind of be done with it, right? If I wake up at 7, I eat breakfast and I trade, then I would say I eat lunch, and I should be done with that by like 1 to 2. And if I have any work left, I will do it right after, and I will call it a day. And then the rest of the time, I then end up just going to the gym. By that, I mean the garage gym, since all the gyms are closed, and kind of see what else I can do, like play badminton, relax by the pool. If I want to make a fire inside, like it doesn't matter. But as long as I'm done and I do have some freedom throughout the day, that way it doesn't feel like a stressful day. If you guys have ever thought about going into self-employment or entrepreneurship, this is a time to test it. This is a time to create your own schedule, in a sense, to kind of see what it would be like, right? For me, this is what a normal schedule for me would be like. I would usually be done, I would say, by 3 p.m. at the latest. At the very latest, I would be done by 3 p.m. on a daily basis. That way I have the last 6-7 hours of my day to kind of yes, I can do extra work, which I sometimes do, obviously, but at that point, it's not something that I have to do. That's not going to keep me up at night, right? I can do something. I'm currently renovating the upstairs, right? And then I'm also at a sort of huge projector screen and one of those floating pool things that you put in the pool, and you can put food on it, so that way I can have a movie night outside, So it's just and a bunch of tiki torches too. So my Febreze went off. But so that's what it's all about, right? Just figure out who you are. Just honestly, if the only thing during this quarantine that I want you guys to do, main thing, is figure out who you are and figure out what your schedule is. Because honestly, if you have a schedule, you can get 10 times more accomplished what other people do, even if you stay awake half of the time they do. It's absolutely insane. So just think about that, right? Pick up a book, pick up another language, learn a trading course, learn a comp sci course, right? Just learn something new, because even if you're applying for a job after this quarantine, or you're in college right now wanting to apply for a job in 1, 2, 3, 4 years, I can almost guarantee you 90%, one question they will be asking is, what did you do with your time during quarantine? And if you just say, I just watched Netflix, that's not going to be a good impression. If you're yeah, I ended up taking this extra comp sci class and I learned Python or Java, right? They're going to be oh, wow. They'll be holy crap, it's insane. Or yeah, read The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, it taught me this and that. They'll be holy crap. I would not say I read The Playbook by Bonnie Stinson. That's not something I would say. But it's things like that can make a huge change in a person, especially during this time. So do that. Or even for me, I go on a walk with my dog on a daily basis for 20 minutes, and I call it a good day, right? Like, it's relaxing, it's nice, and so just figure out who you are and try to find something to better yourself. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you have a fantastic day and enjoy the rest of your quarantine, however long it may be. Thank you guys.